Hello guys and girls, Voices from the Dark here, welcome to the Dark Brotherhood. We are here in Cheydinhal. We just arrived in the last episode, and the first thing we did, after selling our goods and after pursuing the Separated at Birth quest, was come here to the Brotherhood where we have gotten to know our new family. It's 2:34 AM right now, and I am on another binge. It's only been 2 sessions since like episodes. Last time I did 5 hours, and this time we're at 3.5 hours of recording right now, so something tells me my sleep schedule's not gonna be too great. But who cares? What are we gonna do in today's episode, Dark, you might be wondering? Well, there are plenty of things we want to do in this city, and it's really just now a matter of what do we want to do first? That's what we have to ask ourselves. So we've gotten a few places on the map as a result of talking to the shopkeep. Let's see, I think let's do the Mage's Guilds. Let's do the Mage's Guild for now. I believe we could pursue a quest if we ask the guard why he's guarding that door. Not interested in that at the very moment. Okay, both of those two groups were discussing Fighters Guild rumors. Most generic rumor. I heard the Fighters Guild is recruiting again. Not bad work for some folk. So here we have the Fighters Guild. The Mage's Guild should be right nearby, I believe. Let's see, is it through here? Wow, through the bushes. I've always been a little bit confused by Cheydinhal's design. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Because this is where we entered the city from, right? Yes, this is where we entered the city. Now I remember, because we need to go into that well. There we go. There's the Mage's Guild, the guild that matters. So the quest here is going to give us a neat little spell that I'll be most happy to take. But first we gotta find the leader.
Greetings,
Oh, actually, Dietsan.
I'm Dietsan, magician, Mage's Guild, that is.
Can we start a recommendation from her? She's gonna be important in the quest line.
I'm afraid you'll have to speak to Falkar about that.
Alright.
Some say that Traven is misusing the power of the Archmage's position to further his personal agendas.
Sounds like something I would do.
It's all right. The guild here, that is. That's what you meant, right? It's fine. I'm doing fine here.
Very convinced.
Our hall doesn't offer much in the way of training. I can teach some basic illusion skills, but that's about it.
Neato.
You too.
Let's see, Falkar.
Sounds like there are an awful lot of problems at the Bruma.
Where is he?
Jean does a poor job of running that place.
Oh, they're talking shit about Bruma again.
See ya.
Be seeing you.
Sometimes, I swear. No, I think he's down in the basement. I think that's where he's at. Let's talk to these people though. Somebody has to sell spells here. Are these illusionists?
I'm Magician Orantor of the Mage's Guild. I divide my time between the Cheydinhal Guild and my own private studies at Willowbank.
Backs away slowly. What is wrong with your eyes? Oh my gosh.
I'm very fond of Cheydinhal. It's where I met my love, Eilenwy.
You have a girlfriend?
Our lives are quite long, and choosing the right partner is very important.
Is she blind? Like, does she have poor vision? I'm sorry, I'm a terrible person.
I have the best shield spell outside of the Arcane University.
Shield spell?
If you can cast it, it's definitely worth adding to your selection.
Shield spell.
You'll need to see Falkar about that.
I will.
Some say...
I don't care about Traven.
Let's do business.
Oh, so this is how much it would cost if you wanted to use this shield spell and you weren't a Breton. This is my greater power right here. Let's see, what would we want? What can we use? Guard. This one we would want, shield 30%, because that one would be very easy to combine with our other ones. Let's see. Light and low, another feather spell to add to the mix. Oh, weight of the world. Okay, this perfect. Perfect. Okay.
Bye.
We're gonna have to somehow manage to charm our way into this guy's heart. That won't be hard.
I hope I can. Take your time.
Okay, he already likes me. I'm being a terrible person.
Goodbye.
I know, you don't need to tell me. I know. I promise I'm not that shallow in real life. When I'm in a fantasy world, let me be a dick, okay? Just let me. Let's see. I'm a very nice guy. Most of the time.
Well met.
Well met.
Only quality.
He's a novice. Yes, we're gonna push him all the way. Let's see. What do we want? Well, we probably want... First of all, we want light and load. Or do we want pack mule? That's 75. This is 50. Let's get the level 50 spells for now. Light and loads.
Make me a better...
Yeah, that was a little ludicrous. Wonderful. Then we're gonna want to buy guard, because we'll be able to combine that with the other shield spells. It's gonna cost a lot of magicka, but that's okay. Guard shield 30%. I want it. Flame shields. Fire shields. Now what else would we maybe want? I think something like Flame Shield could be good, because it's essentially shield 20% plus the resistance to magic. Now Aegis is so far away from being usable by us. We're only going to go for level 50 spells here, I think. I think that's going to be the best. So I think we're going to go with Flame Shields. Should we? Yeah, let's go for Flame Shield as well. Lots of shield spells right now.
Thank you. Come again.
I think I have to.
Good day.
Good day. Let's only pick up what we're allowed to pick up. There we go. I'm allowed to take this. Right. Volume 5 is not a skill book, yet you can find it everywhere. I'm gonna pick these books up, I think. Oh my gosh, now he's just standing around looking like a creep. In some guilds, you steal more items than you do in other guilds. I'm just gonna be very mindful of what I grab. I can even take clothes here. That's so cool. They're very lenient in this guild, apparently. But Falkar is not exactly a very... I don't know, he's not a mean person. Right, our feather shoes aren't on right now. Well, okay, maybe, yeah, he is a mean person. He's a straight up dick. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, and somehow we have to get a recommendation from him. Because of our luck. So because of how he is, of course we're gonna have to get some extra help from that Argonian lady that we talked to. That's the only way we'll be able to complete this. Oh, it's so wonderful that we managed to become an expert of alchemy. Because even simple ingredients like corn now get shock shield, and we can use a pear to make potions. Poisons, rather. Hey.
Erwin the Evoker. I'm responsible for enchanted item recharge for the Cheydinhal Guild Hall.
You evoke nightmares, that's for sure.
Well, to be honest, I don't think we have much of a team in the Cheydinhal Guild Hall. We lack leadership, and individually we aren't very skilled.
Wow, unwarranted self-loathing?
Only mages who have gotten recommendations from all the local guild halls can enter the Arcane University. It's a good policy, I think.
It is, and it's interesting, because in Morrowind, if you wanted to join the Mage's Guild and advance in the Mage's Guild, you needed to have certain levels of magic skills as you progress, same for the Fighter's Guild and such, so I almost wish that system was there, because once you actually get to the Arcane University here, it feels like you earned it after going on that major journey, going through so much, learning all these different spells and dealing with the situations. You can finally get in. Having some extra prerequisites makes it feel even more worth it. So I would actually like to see some more skill checks implemented in the next Elder Scrolls, just done immersively, like, oh, we need to get past this door, cast this spell, and then you need a certain level of alteration to do it, you know, just to make sure that you're actually a mage character going through the mage's guilds. Whatever. Ramble.
Not only has necromancy been banned from practice in the Mages Guild, but the guild won't deal with anyone who openly uses it.
I'll keep that in mind.
Take care.
Take care. Ta-ta. Oh boy. Time to raid. Oh my gosh, Orinter. Let's just not look at him, and we'll be fine. If you don't look him in the eyes, he won't know you're there. If you don't move, he can't see you. I think it's something like that. Alright.
I'm Ilanwi. I'm only a conjurer, but Orintur is a full magician. Isn't he wonderful?
Oh, this is the wife.
Perhaps it seems silly, but our love is the most important thing in all creation. Orintur and I spend all our time together in the High Elf way.
Oh.
Orintur doesn't like to brag, but no one can match the spells he can cast. He might teach you one if you're skilled enough.
He has some good spells, I'll give him that.
The Coral Guild Hall had an unpleasant visit recently from someone who had a grudge against Tychius.
Yep, and I helped solve it.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
She won't have anything new to say when it comes to... what's it called? The Nern route. She'll just direct us to Skingrads. Everybody will. Oh, I kind of want some of these ingredients though. Buying ingredients seems a little strange perhaps, but oh boy, she already loves me. Might be able to get some better deals. But it's like, hey, why not buy them? I can make some potions and get profit, so... I also think I... Do you train mercantile when you buy, or do you when you sell? Maybe both. Regardless of that, I'll look that up during editing. What is the result, Carl? Oh, really? How interesting. Well, we're gonna buy all of this. It won't take too long. Now we have to go and find the guy we're actually looking for. I think he's gonna be down in the basement. I think he actually has an office in the basement, so we should go there. Shut up, woman. Don't talk to me while I'm selling.
An excellent deal.
Excellent.
Come back and see me again.
I might.
Good day.
Good day. Okay, I think that's most people in the guild talked to.
Good day.
No, you look constantly depressed. You need to do something about your image, girl. And we're over encumbered. There are just too many good things here. How can I not pick it up? How can you expect me to go through life without picking up ingredients? Arrowroot combined with... I gotta figure out like what does what. Do we have like some cool feather effects? Like this Lady Mantle Leaf right here has a feather effect. What else has feather? So I can combine that with flax seeds for that badass feather potion right there. What else has feather? Sweet cake. Restore health and feather? You see the beauty of this right here. Alright, let's get some heavy ingredients out of the way. No, I'm still carrying too much. Crab, meat, and rat. There we go. That ought to fix it. And we just... I think we're now 77 alchemy, or did we just pass 76? Well, either way, we got quite a lot. Oh boy, more ingredients. Alright, let's go into the basement now. We talked to everybody, we've raided everything, we've got the spells we could get so far. And now, we gotta figure out where the guy we're looking for is located. Should be in there. Over encumbered. I know I should go on a proper potion spree right now. I really should. I can use apples in my poisons. I can make fire damage poisons. What else has fire damage? It's gone from being a tedious process to becoming a fascinating process right now. Look at all the poisons I can make. Like, these are some of the weakest poisons as well because I have novice gear. As I advance in level and find better alchemy gear, I'll be able to make poisons that are so much more potent. This is wonderful though. Bam. Right, I really should get rid of those watermelons. On a pumpkin. Boom. There we go. Now we can actually move around a little bit. I know we're really taking our time with this series, but I'm happy about the pace we're going in. It might not be for everybody, but everybody has the skip button if there are sections they don't like. For me, I'm enjoying this pace right now, just slowing down a little. It's a bit comforting knowing that we're gonna do everything in the game for some reason. I don't know why, it just makes every bit of exploration we do, every little chest that we loot, every barrel we check for some extra ingredients, all of it is worth it. All of it contributes to the overall goal. Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll. That was a really good impression of a Skyrim guard right there. A very, very good impression. Alright, we can't go into his office. Yes. That's a thing. There might be something there we're not supposed to see. Oh boy. Well, he should be here, right? Why isn't he around? Maybe it's just one of those days. I was tempted to go into a full Limp Bizkit section there, but no. It's just one of those days where he's not here. He's probably out and about, traveling. It was a Friday. He's probably out partying, you know? Oots, 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 oots. But we need him back. Alright, I heard a door. Does that mean somebody went in?
What do you want?
There we go. Gosh darn it!
What do you want? associate.
I want to talk to you, so stop escaping me.
What is it, associate? Don't tell me you're here for a recommendation.
I'm here for a recommendation.
Don't waste my time if you're not ready for this. Are you prepared to do what is necessary to gain a recommendation from me?
Yes?
Very well. We shall see how prepared you actually are. There was a particular ring of burden I was testing some time ago. Another stupid associate somehow got his hands on it and managed to misplace it. If I didn't know better, I'd say he purposely tossed it down the well behind the guild hall. Why he would do such a thing is beyond me. You will retrieve this ring for me. Should you manage to do so, I shall consider sending a recommendation to the university. The well is locked, so you'll need the key. Dietzen should have a copy of it. Now get moving.
Okay, the Cheydinhal recommendation. Retrieve a ring from a well. Sounds easy.
It's not a normal ring, you see. You may find it slightly difficult to carry. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Alright.
Half of the Council of Mages resigned when Traven took over the position of Archmage.
Really? Wow.
The guild is still powerful in Cyrodiil, but poor decisions in the recent past have weakened it. Perhaps killed it. We shall see.
Really? You don't seem too upset about that, though.
I am the chapter head of the Cheydinhal Mages Guild. It is quite an honor, but they had no choice, since I'm the only semi-competent one here.
I would say you're being cocky, but that one girl just basically told me they all suck.
Without recommendations from the local guild halls, you'll never see the inside of it. I dare say that's one of the few things Traven has done right.
And I agree.
By all means, travel to the Imperial City and get stopped at the gates. You should get used to that sort of rejection.
I like that barrier of entry.
Find someone else to bother, won't you?
Alright, Dietzen! Dietzen!
Hello, associate.
I think she's coming down the stairs. She's
Can I help
she's
you,
glowing.
associate? It's my pleasure. Please continue.
Recommendation?
Don't tell me Felkar's given you the same task he gave Vidkun.
Vidkun?
Oh, dear, I'd say more, but... Well, Falkar is the ranking member here, and I don't feel comfortable talking about him. I'm sorry. I'll tell you what. Find me when Falkar's not around, and then we'll talk. After we've spoken, you can have the key. Believe me, this is important.
Okay.
The Mages Guild has...
Thank you. Okay, good.
Be careful, associate.
The reason I reacted to that name is because that's the name of Vidkun Quisling. He was a Norwegian traitor who essentially helped Hitler during the Second World War and helped him with the takeover of Norway, and he's one of the most infamous traitors of all time. It's just a coincidence that he's also named Vidkun, but it's just like he's our Benedict Arnold for you Americans. You American scum. No.
A pleasure to speak with you.
Is he gone?
We can talk, so long as Falkar is out of earshot. If I didn't know any better, I'd say he's trying to get you killed. He gave poor Vidkun the same task, and we never saw him again. I'm reasonably sure there's a connection, but I can't prove it. Do be careful. I'd hate to lose another useful associate. Here's the key, and something extra. I don't know if it will be of use to you, but from what I've heard of Falkar's ring, it may come in handy. And if you find out anything about what happened to Vidkun, let me know, will you?
Poor Vidkun.
He was an associate, just like yourself. Perhaps not the brightest, but very eager. He was given his assignment from Falkar and disappeared. It's like he dropped out of existence. No one knows what happened, and Falkar won't say a word about it.
Huh.
Be careful, associate.
I will. Let's check out the spells here. We now got a new water breathing spell, which is slightly more efficient and also has a slight feather effect. So we'll take that with us, and we shall go out to the well. Since now we have the key, so this shouldn't be too hard. Let's go. Blub. We'll probably want to cast it. There we go, now we can breathe underwater for a little while. Oh! Vidkun! You poor fool. The Ring of Burden. It weighs 150 units of weight. Ah! I found the Ring of Burden. No wonder you drown. So one way to get out of this mess, other than dropping everything you have on you, is to simply drop the ring, like this, and then carry it using the grab key. Let's go over to the ladder, grab it, and then go out. That's one way you can transport very heavy goods between loading screens. Whoop, grab it, walk around, just make sure not to drop it and lose it. Like, whoop, oh, where'd it go? That's, oh boy, oh boy, dark, no. Let's not play with fate here. I've lost some good items like that back in the day. I have. Let's go, grab it. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah. There we go, through the door. I don't think we actually need the Ring of Burden anymore. I'll just place it over here, but I don't think it's needed. Let's see, where is he? Ditsan.
I'm afraid some things have happened while you've been gone, Associate. It may affect your recommendation.
What?
He's dead? Oh, I knew it. I just knew something like this had happened. Falkar must have known, and yet he said nothing. How could he allow this to happen? Thank you for letting me know. I'm sorry that you had to be a part of all of this. I'll admit, it's my doing. I couldn't leave well enough alone, and after you'd left to go after that ring, well... I'm just so tired of the way we've all been treated by Falkar. I was worried about you and angry about Vidkun, so I confronted Falkar directly. He was furious when I told him I'd helped you. And then when I threatened to report him to the Council of Mages, I thought he was going to kill me. He flew into a rage. I didn't even understand some of his ranting, but he said that our days are numbered, and then he stormed out. I don't know if he ever wrote your recommendation. I'm sorry. I didn't expect this to happen. Perhaps you should go look and see if he did write one. You should check his room in the living quarters. If you see the note or anything else unusual, let me know. I'll gladly send it to the council.
Alright.
It's such a shame. He didn't deserve to die like that.
Oh.
Good day.
With a name like that, maybe it did. No, I'm sure Vidkun was a good guy. Elder Scrolls Vidkun, that is. Alright, let's see if we can find a recommendation laying around from good old Falkar. Consume health, heal other. You're going in account book 4. Skull. Feather potion. Drawers. Falkar's black soul gem? What the? That's not normal. Well, I didn't find a recommendation, but I found some black soul gems. Soul gems meant to capture human souls. This is not standard issue in the Mages Guilds.
What's this? Black soul gems?
Uh-oh.
Oh dear, this is worse than I'd expected. Alright, I'll just take these from you. I'll need them for my report to the council. Now, you didn't find any sort of recommendation? Very well. I shall write one myself and include it in my report to the council. In light of the circumstances, I believe they'll find it more than adequate.
Nice. Quest completed. I like you.
You too.
I like you, Deetsan. She has a bit of personality, you know? Some of the people here have really had some fun personalities, like the High Elf couple and Deetsan and Falkar. Like, they have some personality to them, and I really like that. Now, we have an obsolete spell in our spellbook. Actually, we probably have a few. Let's look at the spell called Water Breathing right here. I want to try removing this spell from the game. Now, to do this, I need to know the ID for the spell. I think the quickest way would be for me to just look that up briefly on the wiki, not the wiki. Okay, we have acquired the ID. I'm gonna do it outside of the spell menu just in case. We're gonna do player dot remove spell 000AAOZ6C. Spell water breathing removed from Marina Mistfire. And boom, we don't have it anymore. Wonderful, so this is a wonderful way for us to get rid of obsolete spells. What other spells do we have that are obsolete? I don't know if we have any obsolete. Well, Flare is pretty obsolete right now, but I think I want to keep it since you definitely want to keep the basic spells in case the game tries to default to them. Like, you shouldn't remove Heal Minor Wounds. It's going to be an important spell for the game's systems to properly function. I don't know if there's anything here that I would remove though, because I have Flame Shield, Heat Shell. A lot of these shield spells I can also combine with each other, so they're quite good. Yeah, there's nothing here where I'm like, this is totally useless. It might have its use somewhere. Bound Dagger, good for practice. Alright, so just that one spell for now. Thank you very much. The wonders of playing on the computer. Yes. Alright, then we're gonna make a new save afterwards. Okay. Now then. That was the Mage's Guild recommendation gotten, and some new cool shield spells. I would love to try my alteration. What is it right now? 38. Shouldn't be too hard to get that. Both Illusion and Alteration have some nice spells waiting for us, so I have to start training that a bit more. I really do. I want to get those to Journeyman as soon as possible. But before that, we probably have a full bag. Pretty much, yeah. So we're walking around having to use feather spells to move. So we're going to go back to Borba's general store. I'm going to make some potions, sell off all of our goods, do all of that jazz, and I'll see ya when we're done. We're left with quite a lot of poisons right here. Look at all of this damage health. We also got some damage fatigue plus magicka. And overall, we have so many potions, probably almost too many. Wow.
Thank you for your business.
And some more money, of course.
Goodbye.
The money goes straight out of our pocket as soon as we get into a spell store, that's for sure. Well then, that was the Dark Brotherhood, that was the Mage's Guild finished up. What would be next? Well, maybe we could be able to join the Fighters Guilds. Yes! Let's go see if they would allow us to join. Whoops, looks like I can go straight in. Okay. Sometimes the doors bug out like that and show that they're locked when they're not.
What's going on with you?
We're looking for an orc. Ooh. Can we do it? Yes, we can.
Well, at least they're slow.
Aw, look at these. These are all replicas, so...
Safe travels. You too.
Thank you. They're replicas, so you can't really sell them for a lot. But here we go. Hello, hello.
What do you want, a job? If you want it from me, you'll have to join the Fighters Guild. Not that I'm sure you can cut it.
Well, I want to join.
The Fighters Guild is always looking for new members. If you've got a clean record and don't have a bounty on your head, we may be able to use you. Are you interested in joining?
I am.
Good, I guess. You're now an associate in the Fighters Guild. Report to me or Cheydinhal and Anvil for contracts. And don't screw up.
Alright, do you have a contract?
I suppose I've got something for you. We need a weapons shipment delivered to Desolate Mine. That's your job.
Okay, the Desolate Mine. Cool.
This guild is going to hell in a hog cart. Look at what they give me. Keld of the Isles, Odinbar, both Guardian rank. Pfft, useless.
Oh well. Another grumpy orc.
Move your ass, boot.
Rude. Anything in here that I want to steal before we go? So now we have to go to the Desolate Mine. We were given a few weapons now, and as you can see, these weapons don't actually weigh anything because they are quest items. So that can be a good way for you to get some steel weaponry early on in the game if you really want it. Now once we get to the Desolate Mine, we're going to meet 3 NPCs and we have to help them fight off a band of goblins, and they can die. So to improve your chances, you have to give the right weapon to the right person. Like, one of them will prefer a bow, one will prefer a warhammer, and the other a blade. And you gotta figure out who wants what from talking to them. And then, hopefully things will go okay. Then we have to well, we have to wait all the way until we get to Anvil in order to, excuse me, continue the Fighter's Guild questline, but hey, since we're here in Cheydinhal, we better go and do this. So, the Desolate Mine shouldn't be too far out of town. Thank you for allowing me to take this. It makes me happy on the insides. Venison as feather and chameleon. Oh, apples can be used in poisons. I love the extra effects. They're so cool. They make mixing potions so much easier and so much more unpredictable, honestly. Like, even Fly Amanita might have some more useful properties. Like, the first property is Restore Agility, which isn't the most common attribute you'll find on an item, you know? So I'm quite happy about that. Let's see, the Desolate Mine. Let's actually go for the Desolate Mine. Let's properly star up the Fighter's Guild while we're here in Cheydinhal, you know? So that was Jyemer, Dark Brotherhood, Mage's Guild, Fighter's Guild. Wow, that's actually a lot of things wrapped up in a short amount of time. Very happy about that. But then my happiness turned to ash in my mouth as Oblivion crashed. Let's try this again. The game was like, "Oh, you're feeling happiness right now? How splendid!" Oh,
Tidings, citizen.
excuse me, Paint Horse. I was just on my way, you see? Okay, so the Desolate Mine should be right up here. We'll just start heading out on the road there and do that before we end the episode. Ooh, I am once again really enjoying myself. Knights of the Thorn Lodge. Cool place we got here. Don't think I'm gonna check out this place right now, but we got it on the map, and since it's not a dungeon to clear, we can just leave it be and move along. I've done a lot of these quests before, and I've done a lot of everything of this before, but there's like, we're putting a new twist on it. I'm exploring the game and its mechanics deeper than I was before, and I feel like I'm really getting to know it. Learning what works, playing with alchemy that I never done, playing with new spells. I usually am not much of a mage. I'm usually more the sneaky type, sneaky stabby type. But I'm enjoying it so freaking much, and there are some great opportunities for spells that await us. Oh, looks like we're at the Desolate Mine. Oh wait, this might be the perfect opportunity for us to train a little bit of endurance. Let's check our skill diary quickly. We're nearing level 6. We're gonna need some more endurance. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna test out some of our new spells. Let's start by using Dragon Skin. And then we are going to use, what should we couple with that? We can't use Shield yet. Defend. And then we're gonna get Heat Shell. And what's that gonna be? That's gonna be 75. And then we're gonna do Protect. There we go. And then we're gonna top it off with an Iron Helmet, which is gonna push it to 82% damage reduction. And then let's get our fists up and start blocking. Alright. Oh, there's another one. I'll see you when we're ready to level. Okay, I have myself a little bit of a training session here. It got quite intense, but I found some really cool methods and I was able to train a lot of different spells. So, here was the general strategy. The goblins would come at me. I would not equip heavy armor to get the maximum spell effectiveness. I would cast out all of my shield spells, training my alteration. Then I would tank some blows for them while also healing up eventually, but I figured out that having two at the same time was a little too rough, so I turned one of them against the other, just to have some more, you know, just to have one dudes. And then as soon as I needed to rest up and get more health and magicka, I made him in under my command, because then I can wait and get back my stats, and then I can cast another spell and keep on going. Then we also needed a little bit of speed, so I did that by jumping under a tree here and casting some illusion spells while we were at it. We got to Apprentice in heavy armor, which means that our plate mail will no longer be damaged as swiftly, because that's awfully useful. So that's what happened. A boring grind that took me about maybe 10 minutes, so I think you're pretty glad we cut that out. We're now 9/10s towards level 6. We got all of our stats at 10, and we are ready to continue playing the game as per usual, without worrying about leveling up. How wonderful. Let's just end this goblin's misery, shall we? Get him out of here. He served his purpose very well. I'm happy I knew you, Mr. Goblin. Well, guys and girls, we better wrap up today's episode. In the next one, we're going to go into the Desolate Mine. We're going to fight off some hordes of goblin, and we're going to do the first Fighter's Guild quest. But until that day comes, or night, have a still good day, take care, and stay awesome. But most importantly, everybody, stay dark. Goodbye.